Read recently from Matthew 21, and now here in Matthew 22, this video is in regard to something very similar. Matthew 21 spoke of the husbandman who had a vineyard and sent servants which were beaten and killed. Spoke of the prophets until he said, I will send my son. They will reverence my son, there in verse 37. Now in Matthew 22, very, very similar, and pretty much exactly the same thing that was being taught. The marriage. Christ came for the lost sheep of Israel. They basically officially rejected him, had him crucified. Of course, let me make that clear and say it is all of our fault. It is not just laid upon the Jews by any means. They were the ones who God gave special. They are His chosen people still. Okay, let's say that right off the bat too. That's never changed. But they were initially and originally chosen people because Christ came from them, and He did, and He still has, earth-wise. Okay, before this gets into some big theological thing that I didn't expect. It's kingdom of heaven is like unto a king who had a marriage for his son. Jesus was sent to the lost sheep of Israel. They rejected him. They made light of it and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. Once again, the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them. How about like John the Baptist, huh? How about Jesus? When the king heard thereof, he was wroth. He sent his armies and destroyed the murderers and burned up their cities. It's happened a number of times with Jerusalem. Happened after Jesus died in AD 70. Then he said, go out and get as many as you can to come to the marriage, good and bad. The welcoming in of the Gentiles. But the Jews are still welcome too, of course. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there was a man which had not on a wedding garment. Somebody suggested to me that this is Satan. Do you folks who are watching this know? If you do, comment in the comment section below. How camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? He was speechless. See, old Satan sneaks in, just like Judas, even though God wasn't fooled by Judas being a part of the company of the disciples. He knew right from the beginning who it was that would betray him. It says that in the Bible. Bind him hand and foot and take him away and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That will happen in the end of time as we know it. Satan will be cast into outer darkness forever and ever, along with those who have not chosen Christ as the Messiah, which is the sad state of those who have not just simply confessed Christ as Lord and believed that God raised him from the dead, as it states in Romans 10:9 and 10. Okay, we're going to be getting on with 942 next.